Hello, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I wanted to share about a very sensitive moment that happened in my life, like I guess 20 years ago. This is like this is like the year 2008, probably, and I still remember every single detail of this event clearly. It's like I can remember it like it happened yesterday. So I wanted to share this thing with you and how I avoided public humiliation. And it's a little bit sensitive topic. I wanted to tell you that. So this is the year, I guess, 2008. And uh, I was like a kid. I was maybe in class, grade 3 or 4. I don't remember. And the day is sports meet. It happens like twice in a year at our school, that our school like organizes sports meet for people who are athletic and everything, and who like sports. And honestly, I have nothing to do with sports, and I don't like this idea of showing up uh, on sports meets to school. Like, it was mandatory for every single student. And even if you're like not participating, you have to cheer for the students. What am I going to do? Like, I don't even know any single person who is running in that relay race. I have no idea of who those kids are. And I think it's the opposite. Those kids might knew me because uh, I was very popular in school because of my, co-curricular activities and everything else. And honestly, I think it's the opposite. They would hate me because I was so open about not liking sports in school. It's not that I hated sports. I just didn't like it. I just never understood that what about like running, or what about, shredding a sweat is so satisfying. So I never understood that, but that's a different story. So the time is, I guess, around 1 p.m. And our school has like a private stadium. So I was sitting in the stadium. And actually, that was such a difficult day because none of my friends showed up. A few of my friends, a few of my classmates, they skipped the school. And I thought that it's a rule, that because I was told that no, not a single person can skip it. Even if you're not participating in it, you have to show up. And some of my classmates, I don't know, they had no planning and they skipped the school. And none of those even informed me that we're not going to show up. So I was sitting alone in one of my seats, and some other kids were cheering. They were doing all these activities, and all of a sudden I felt hungry. So my mom had packed me these oranges, so I started eating them. I had my lunchbox, and so I peeled off the outer layer, and now I'm eating them. And as soon as I started eating, I think I was halfway through eating my orange. Two junior students came. They sat next to me. So if I'm in class 3, I think they were from class maybe 2 or 1. I don't know. And they were so mischievous. The energy was so mischievous. I could feel it. I didn't say a single word. I didn't say hello. I was like so bored at that time. I was so exhausted. I just wanted to go home. But those kids sat next to me, and it and it felt like they came with an agenda to like annoy me or whatever. And now there's something about eating oranges I need to share, and this is where the part about public humiliation comes. So when you eat an orange have seeds in it, right? And eating an orange at home is okay. You're sitting at home, you're eating an orange, it's fine. You have seeds. When you're eating, you have seeds. You just take them out, collect them in your hand, or, put them in a utensil, maybe a cup in front of you. But now I am eating an orange at school, and I didn't even realize it that I had to. Eating, and I didn't realize it because usually I'm very calculative in real life. I usually, whatever activity I do, I'm very mathematical in terms of like what are the consequences. But at that time, I didn't realize that it's going to be so much humiliating. And because I think I was sitting alone when I was halfway through eating the orange, and then those two kids are sitting next to me. So now I cannot take the seeds, because earlier I was doing that. I was like in a very demure manner. I was like taking out the seeds and putting them in my lunchbox. And now all of a sudden, those kids are sitting next to me. And now I cannot do that. The reason, I don't know. It's just, it's publicly humiliating for me to like get the seeds and like while you're eating, like orange is already inside your mouth. So which means that the seeds are also inside your mouth and you're taking something out of your mouth, placing it maybe in your hand and then putting in your lunchbox. You cannot even like directly throw the seeds into the lunchbox because you're sitting in a stadium full of people and these two kids are sitting next to you. So you have to have like an intermediary step where you take the seeds first into your hand and then into the lunchbox. So I couldn't do that procedure now because the kids are sitting next to me. So what did I have to do? I had to eat the seeds now. I had to swallow the seeds. So there were like 6 pieces left, and I was eating a piece one by one, and I was also swallowing the seeds all along. And then, uh, since I first of all, there was no exchange of hi's and hello, nothing. And one of the kids asked me, they were like so confident in real life. I hated it, by the way, at that moment. And one of the kids asked me, um, are you also eating the seeds, by the way? And in my mind, I'm thinking, why did you ask me this question? I'm already struggling so much eating eating this orange. I'm already like struggling. Why would you ask this question in my mind? And so now was the real test. I had to come up with a fake story. So the struggle was very clear. And now I had to answer them. So this is the part where I came up with a fake story and I had to tell them. And I literally said to them that, so my family actually gets these special oranges from, uh, I don't know what state I said. I think I said Ohio, but I said that my family actually gets me these seedless oranges. So these oranges have no seeds in them. They're like grown in that way that the seeds are already extracted from the oranges. So I had to come up with this fake story just so that I could uh, deal with that whole situation. And thankfully, none of them asked me that, can we also try that? Because honestly, I think there were like 2 or 3 pieces left. And had they asked me, what would I say? No, you can't have them. And that's rude of me. So thank God they didn't ask me about trying the oranges. But it is the whole situation I remember so clearly. Although like this was like into the I don't remember. I think it was in 2007 or 2008. I was in class 3 maybe, and I remember all the details. This was like the first form of public humiliation that I had to come across, and um, I think I'm proud of the way I dealt with it, because uh, I don't know, because when you're in grade 3, you're like little. So the whole like, how does a three not a 3-year old, I was about to say, how does like a kid who is maybe like 7 or 8 year old, what perpetuates or what basically led that child to think that the process is humiliating in public, because it is normal that's the way people eat oranges. But there was something very different from my childhood itself that uh, I had to be always. I always was. I think I remember since childhood, I was always on like a guard. I was always on like something like I always had to like protect myself since like, as I said, the story is when I was in grade 3. And I have no idea, no clue that why I did that. Obviously, there has to be some kind of traumatic, something associated with it in the background, which I don't remember. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. So thank you so much.